Or if you already Trump done cut no food stamps off. If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scam. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number. In that ratio.
It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability check is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get that one person to send me 50 cents. If you watch the video,
Trump done cut no food stamps off. If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scam. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number. In that
basket full of groceries after I leave the store. So you're going to steal my basket full of groceries after I leave the store? Yeah, I don't think so, Larry. I've seen a lot of videos talking about how people's EBT is getting cut off, and so they're going to be stealing groceries straight out of the store. But I've also seen a lot of videos talking about how people are going to grab baskets whenever they come out of the store. That way they're not stealing from the store, they're stealing from an individual. Well, you grab my shopping cart full of groceries that I bought and paid for with my fucking money. And you're going to hear 2 sounds. There's going to be 3 sounds. 2 sounds. The first sound you're going to hear is me saying, now, Han, that's a bad idea there. You better walk the fuck on. If you don't walk the fuck on, that'll be the next sound you fucking hear. And the third sound, son, I'll hear it. You won't. No, sir. I'll fucking hear it. And you fucking won't. Now, people are going to come back on this video and say, oh, you'd end somebody over a basket full of groceries? Yeah, I would. You're damn right. Because that person that's deciding to steal from me, they've already decided that that's what their life is worth. Well, they made that decision. They made that choice. You don't fucking steal from me. Fuck around and find out. So you're gonna steal my basket full of groceries after I leave the store? Yeah, I don't think so.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakutash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Archeon, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Assad, back at you with another lesson will not edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Here, so as you see, where they cutting of the food stamps, hey, that's gonna lead to a lot of oppression. Jake's losing the mind, because we know first to begin with, majority is you Jake benefiting off of these stamps. As I saw the video I played first, you know. Right now, before that even happened, there's a lot of looting taking place and whatnot. And far more for now, with that being done, no more stability checks, no more, food stamps. So hey, they're gonna be faced with the full blunt, having to pay rent, having to purchase all our food with no government check coming in, because they already could hardly survive, dealing with the daily bills, going to work, feeding themselves. So just imagine when that support stop, what would be the outcome, because it would only take a matter of time for them to lash out and fight back. You know, it would only take a matter of time. So let's get in the scriptures. Right. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, because a lot of you women is about to feel it with that 500 million that was cut off for food stamps and whatnot. That free government money is about to is cut off. So now you're gonna hear Eve. All the time she could have 4 or 5 different checks, cock tax, food stamps, disability check coming in. But hey, when all of that cut now, they start feeling the heat. So now you're gonna hear a lot of these women voice. I have our next video to play quick.
This fucking point, if the cost of living keeps fucking at this fucking point, if the cost of living keeps fucking going up, I got something for sale. And just know I'm not talking about shit in this apartment. If they give me one more motherfucking price raise, whether it's food, gas, fucking bills, I'm sick of it all. I'm going to be selling it, and I'm not motherfucking playing. Just know that.
Yeah. Because that is basically what these women is gonna result to when all hell breaking loose and thing actually get real tough upon them. They're gonna have to go back to the natural way of surviving. Right? Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and many years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And this year, being protected by the system always upholding the woman, it's actually crashing. All the benefits and all we could have lay back upon, it's starting to crumble. Tremble, ye woman that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare. Because this is what is going to go on. You're all going to be left bare without that defense. Going back to the scripture in Ecclesiastes, wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. I think like Ecclesiastes 4. Right? Yeah, because so like Ecclesiastes 7 and 12, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So yeah, so that defense, which being money, it's all about to fade and be stripped away from you, right? And especially when they come with a cashless system and all these different things, you're gonna be left what? You're gonna be left bare, right? Let's say, continuing the Isaiah 32 and verses 11, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins, because sackcloth is a representation of a great mourning, heavy mourning, right? So we know these times is near. The rise upon Jacob, the enemy coming down upon Jacob is actually it being visually seen. We've seen it happening. For instance, the ice cracking down upon Jacob, right? The northern kingdom heavily, right? No more food stamps. As the Edomite say, when you come to play, you're robbing him or looting the trolley, he gonna bust a cap in you. He ain't gonna spare. He not gonna allow your wines to come play you take any goods. And that is what is good. All of that is gonna bring up the civil wars and all these things. Yeah. A neighbor gonna have no pity upon his neighbor because we lack our bread and whatnot. All of these things it's gonna lead up to. It's gonna lead up to wars happening. Because first to begin with, these so-called whites, they're gonna say, well, time to arm up against these YNs because we working hard for we money, we making we grocery, and they come taking it. Time to start rising up against them, and that's what is gonna be taking place, right? Money here. Hey, and everything going up, the cost of living, because the US dollar is actually depreciating, you know. Money here. Because second is just because second is just 15 and versus I'll start at versus 15 for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Because they just not gonna be war in the streets for food. Right? With no food stamp, they have rent to pay, their job that 9 to 5 ain't enough. These YNs gonna rise up and they're gonna start coming for you Edomites, coming for all you that have it, because they ain't gonna be left hungry and having nothing while you making your big Tata groceries, right? As it say, for there shall be sedition among men, because that is something that is gonna happen on a great scale, you know. You Jakes gonna turn it up, and that way you Jakes, a lot of you all result too. Go and loot, go and rob, you know. Let's say, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Yeah, because hey, them time coming. Because the same system that they trust in, they're going to be the same, because it's showing up. As the scripture says in Jeremiah, we would have healed Babylon, but Babylon is not healed. Right? You know? The scripture said to depart. I'll get a scripture in Micah after. I'm going to read the book of Isaiah 30 and verses 2. It says, that walk to go down in Egypt and have not accepted my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. So they trust in the government, and that the government, they will always provide food stamps and disability checks and all these different free money. But here it is the same Pharaoh that they trust in, the same government is stripping all these things away from you. And what you able to do? You ain't able to do nothing. Right? You ain't able to do nothing. The scriptures say, right, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, it's gonna leave you into great confusion. Right? My Bible start classes are about to begin soon. So I'll end off with this last precept, Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. because it is polluted. And it shall destroy you, even with your sore destruction. Yeah, because you resented your trust, and you depended on the system for those little food stamps and whatnot. And with it being stripped away from you, the people is gonna rise up, because the time coming that no work for Egypt, cost of living real high. It's gonna be turned up on you, Jakes. So yeah, just hopefully this lesson was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. Until the next Shalom.